your parents. They did split, I believe you mentioned 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came to the split, it was an actual divorce? They were married at one point?
Yeah, they was married. They was married, and then, you know, they ended up splitting. It was mad fights, man. Like, I mean, you know, people fall out of love, you know what I'm saying? You know, the environment, that just not a good environment, you know. My father cheated on my mother, you know how that go. I mean, you know, shit happens. And my father just, you know, we split. I honestly, to be real with you, the split, it didn't do no bad on me. Like, when he left, it was like, shit, I ain't gotta do no chores, I don't gotta wake up and do nothing, I ain't gotta cut the grass, I don't gotta listen to what he say, I stay out late, do what I want, you know what I mean? I can run these streets, not have to hear nothing about nothing, you feel what I'm saying? So, it was cool, but at the same time, you know, not having him around like that, I mean, because I love my father to death. My father's definitely in my life, don't get it twisted, but he wasn't there for me to, you know, really teach me the game of life, you know what I'm saying? He was there, like I see, like, what's up, Pops, how's your grades? You know, you playing basketball? No, I failed, you know, that type of stuff, but he wasn't there to teach me the game of life, so it was like, that's something that I had to learn on my own, you know? I feel like if I'd have learned that earlier, then I'd be a lot further in my profession. You know, I did end up learning the game, you know, but it took me a little bit longer. I had to run into another person in order to do that.
So you saw this divorce coming. It wasn't a surprise.
Oh, no, I've been seeing it. I knew they was going to split.
And do you actually have a choice of who you live with, either your mother or your father, or was that a decision made for you?
Oh, no, I could have had a choice. I could have lived with my father. I want to stay with my mother.
Because life would be easier.
Yeah, because I knew if I would have stayed with my father, I'd have been waking up doing chores and shit like that. And I wasn't trying to do none of that. And plus, the neighborhood that I was in, too, I liked the neighborhood that I was in. I had a basketball court where all my niggas just, you know, be hooping and stuff. They all lived in the area that I lived in. Like, if I was to move with my father, I'd have moved out Randallstown. I'd have been living out there. I probably would have went to Randallstown High School, all of that. I wasn't really trying to do none of that.
Even though they divorced, did your parents maintain a good relationship with each other after the split when it came to co-parenting you, or?
I mean, they ain't really, it was me and my sister, so yeah, when it came to co-parenting, yeah, they ain't really, you know, it wasn't, I didn't really see nothing too crazy like how I'm seeing nowadays with the co-parenting, like it gets real ugly, like it was none of that. There was no custody battle, there was no, oh, you owe me this for child support, like it wasn't none of that. Like my father was on top of that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Were there ever times you would live with your father at all, even if it was like a weekend stint or some
like
sort?
they try to do like the little weekend stints. I didn't really want to go over there for real. Like that wasn't really, it was cool. It's so crazy because like when I think about it, like I ain't never really go to my father's house like that. Like it was real rare. My sister went over there a lot, but I ain't never really go over there a lot like that. Like me and my father, we didn't really start getting close like that. I mean, like when he was living at the crib, like when he was there, we was close, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've always been close, but when him and my mother split, I kind of got more closer with my mother, and then I think when I ended up going to college, that's when I graduated high school, that's when I started getting close with my father, because it was like, I don't know, like, we started building this bond. I mean, he still was pissing me off, because he used to always be like, you need to go get this government job, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to do this, you need to do that, but I was on that music tip, so I wasn't really trying to hear none of that for real.
How did the bond get closer? Was it him trying to bond with you and get closer? Or you trying to get at him of some sort?
I don't even know, yo. Like I don't even like we just got, I don't know. Over the years we just got close to be honest with you. You know, and then I remember I just want my father to be proud. You know what I'm saying? My father and my mom, I just wanted him to be proud. So whenever I did something big in music that I thought was big, I would throw it in his face. And you know, it was like that. Like, he liked my music, but it was one song that he was real irritated about. And I remember he called me about it, too. It was funny, because he called me, and he was like, yo, you got this song called Mama's House. Everybody loved that song when I put it out. And he was like, you basically said I wasn't there for you. You know what I'm saying? You said, you know, you ever think that could hurt somebody's feelings and stuff like that? And I said, look. And it's funny, because it's kind of similar to what Drake is going through with his father I seen, you know, in the media. And it's just like, I feel where Drake is coming from, you know what I mean? And people try to say, well, Drake, you know, he fabricates it, but it's like, nah, because I went through the same thing, so I get where Drake is coming from. It's basically like, you're there. Like, nobody had never said that you wasn't. We say that you're there, but you wasn't there in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, moms was there. And that's what Drake is saying. My moms was there. That's who I went to. That's why I linked on the crown. That's why I went to tell my problems to, stuff like that. My moms was there. So, you know, I told my father that, and I was like, it's no hard feelings. That's just what it was, you know. For all of my high school years, you wasn't. It was moms. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, when I got into college and everything, you know, we started getting closer. So, and now we're even closer because my mom's, she passed 3 years ago. And when my mother died in 2016, me and my father got stupid close. Like, now we really, really tight, like super tight, so.
So many questions I have for you. So sorry about that awkward pause there. It's like, what direction do I want to go next? This song that he heard, throughout this chronological events that you just displayed, when did he actually hear this song? Was this right before you went to college, after college?
No, it was when I signed this deal to this independent record label down in Dallas. 2000, I don't want to say 2015, maybe 2014, I put the song out and it was on Fader and it started getting a lot of recognition and people in, you know how people be on the social media, you know, it got back to him and then that's when he checked it out.
So this was after your mother had already passed away?
No, it's before.
Okay.
It's before. It was called Mama's House, so she heard it too. It was definitely before.
So did he feel, so I guess so I guess you gave us his reaction to it, but did he feel, I don't want to say, betrayal is not the right word. Did he feel,
He felt some type of way.
Okay.
He definitely felt some type of way, because if he didn't feel some type of way, he would have never called me, but he definitely felt some type of way.
Did that hurt your relationship in some sense?
And you know, it's so funny now that I think about it, Smallz. It's so funny because the first thing, and this goes back to this Drake thing, like the first thing he said to me was, I know when you write these lyrics, you know y'all write because y'all gotta sell records. That's what he said. And it's funny because now that I'm thinking about it, that's what Drake's father said. Then Drake said, well, you know, I gotta sell records, blah, blah, blah. And you know, I'm pretty sure Drake, to soften the blow, probably did say something like that because, you know, you want to keep that relate. Like, it's awkward to talk about that type of thing, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, if you wasn't there, you wasn't there. You know, if you was semi there, you was semi there, you know? All that matters is that we close now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we love each other and you close now and you only get one parent. So, I mean, it is what it is.
So after he hears a song, he feels some type of way. How does the relationship repair itself?
I mean, it really wasn't it never damaged after that. Like, when he told me about it and he told me it hurt him, you know, I remember I was on tour. I was touring with this artist named King Los and Skate at the time. And I remember I was outside the hotel talking about it, and it kind of it was awkward for the day. But after that, we never discussed it again. Like, it never came up again.
Your mother heard the song?
Yeah, she heard it.
What did she think?
She loved it. I mean, my mom, she loves all my music. I mean, I talk about my mother in a lot of my records. Like, even there's one that I co-wrote on Rick Ross's album, Port of Miami 2, called Bogus Charms. When I wrote that hook, because it was my song at first, and I wrote the hook. And when I wrote the hook, it was like broken memories, you know, always fade, live on, and you'll find a way. I basically was speaking from if my mother was to talk to me, and this is before she died, because this was in 2016 before she had passed away. But I was speaking as if she was talking to me, you know. So I used a lot of those references of my mother in a lot of my music.